Hi all, welcome back to my channel Academic Upgrade, and today's video is about the plants, parts of the plants and its functions. It's going to be very interesting. And now let's get into the topic. Getting to know plants. We observe different types of plants. Some are small and some may be big, while some are just patches of green on the soil, and some plants have huge red flowers or blue flowers. So we do see a variety of plants existing all around us. These plants and trees are grouped into three based on the differences between the plants of different kinds. And one more thing, we also need to notice the stem, whether it is tender or hard, and also the branches from where it grows in plants, whether close to the ground or higher up on the stem. So based on all these characters, it's classified into herbs, shrubs and trees. First, we'll see about herbs. Plants with green and tender stems are called herbs, and they usually very short and may not have many branches. For example, we can say carrot plant and tomato plant. These plants usually looks very short and they have very tender stems. And next, shrubs are slightly larger than herbs. Some plants develop branches near the base of the stem, and that stem looks hard, but they are not very thick. So this type is called shrubs. Example, pomegranate, rose plant. Rose plant usually looks bushy. So these are some examples. And trees. We all know trees that usually looks very tall and have hard and thick stem. And these stems have branches in the upper part much above the ground. So these are the three types: herbs, shrubs and trees. And next, creepers and climbers. These two are the types of plants which need support to grow. This creeper plant, they cannot stand upright. They usually spread on the ground. Example, we can say pumpkin plant. And climbers also take support and climb up. For example, grapevine and grape plant, peas, pea varieties and beans. These plants are the examples of climbers. Next, stem. The stem bear the leaves, branches, buds, flowers and fruits, and it usually helps in upward movement of water and other minerals. So with a very simple experiment, we can try it in our home. We understand that it helps in the upward movement of water. Now let's see the experiment. Take a glass and fill 1/3 of the glass with water. Add a few drops of blue or red ink in it, and now cut the base of the stem, put it in the glass. Observe the setup for a few minutes. Slowly we can see the color rises in the stem, and when it kept for a very longer period, the color appears in the veins of the leaves. So from this we understand the stem helps in upward movement of water. Next, leaf. This is the structure of leaf. First, this petiole is nothing but the part of leaf which is get attached to the stem is called the petiole, and this broad green part of the leaf is called the lamina. Take a leaf impression on a paper. Put a leaf under a white sheet of paper and hold the pencil tip sideways. Rub it on the portion of the paper having a leaf below it. We'll get an impression with some lines in it. These lines on the leaves are called veins. And this prominent line in the middle of the leaf, this line, center line, it's called the midrib. And the design made by veins in a leaf, all these veins, this design is called leaf venation. Yes, but in grass, in the leaves of grass, we might have seen that the veins are parallel to one another, and that is called parallel venation. Yes, next, transpiration. Transpiration is nothing but it's a process, one process. First, for that, when we cover a leafy branch of the plant in a polythene cover, and we should tie up its mouth, and after some time we can notice that there will be some water droplets inside that polythene cover. Yes, how do we think it got there? by the process of transpiration. Plants release a lot of water into the air through this process, and that water comes out of leaves in the form of vapor by a process called transpiration. Yes. Next, photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Photo means light and synthesis means making. The process of making food in the presence of sunlight is called photosynthesis. Yes. Not only plants, some types of bacteria and algae makes food in the presence of sunlight. And during photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water combine to form carbohydrates and they release oxygen outside. Next, roots. The root is the part of the plant that is found under the soil. Yes, roots basically present under the soil and it absorbs water and other minerals from the soil. And that water and mineral it transfers it to the shoot system. These roots are of two types, taproot and fibrous root. This is the taproot and this one is the fibrous root. The main root is called the taproot and the side smaller roots are called lateral roots. And this one is the fibrous roots. Fibrous roots which seem similar. All these roots look similar in the fibrous root and these two are the types of roots. Plants with the taproots have reticulate venation in their leaves and plants with fibrous roots have parallel venation in their leaves. These 2 points is a 1 mark question. So in this video we have learnt about the types, herbs, shrubs and trees and the functions of the leaf and the stem. The roots absorb water and minerals from the soil and the stem conducts these to other parts of the plant. And the leaves prepare their own food in the presence of sunlight. So here the stem acts as a two-way traffic street. Yes, it absorbs water. The roots absorb water from the soil and the stem conducts all through the other parts. And the food prepared by the leaves is transferred through the stem. So it acts as a two-way traffic street. Yes, with this session is over and in the next session we'll see about the flowers and parts of the flowers and its functions. Thanks for watching.